our talk show conference. Tonight, we are going to talk about generative linguistics. It's a theory of grammar that aims to describe the implicit knowledge that the speakers of a language have about the structure and rules of their language. It is primarily concerned with understanding the innate cognitive structures that govern language. And this is our today agenda. Concept and dimensions, relevant authors, concrete situation for application, and closing. And here we are the speakers who are going to explain to you the different topics of this agenda. First, concept. At its core, generative linguistics posits that humans are born with an inherent ability to acquire language. This theory explores how this innate capacity interacts with its external linguistic input to produce grammatical sentences and understand language. And dimensions. Syntax, the study of sentence structure and the rules that govern the formation of sentences. Generative grammar focuses on the underlying rules and principles that are universal across languages. Semantics examines meaning and how it is represented in the mind. This includes how sentences convey meaning through their structure. Phonology, the study of the abstract cognitive aspects of sounds in language. Generative phonology looks at how sounds are organized in the mind. Morphology focuses on the structure of words and how they are formed from morphemes, the smallest units of meaning.
There are more relevant authors such as Noam Chomsky, Eric Lambert, Roy Jangdov. Noam Chomsky, the most influential figure in generative language, his works and syntax structure and aspects of the theory syntax introduce the concepts of universal grammar and idea that language is cognitive faculty. Eric Lambert, known for his work on biologic basic languages, particularly his book Biologic Foundations of Languages, and Ray Jangelov, a prominent language who has contributed to the development of generative semantics and has explored the relationship between syntax and semantics. Number 3. Concrete situation for application. Let's talk about case study, language acquisition in children. Situation, observing how young children acquire their first language can produce insight into generative language. For example, a study of how children learn complex sentences and structure or understand grammatical rules. We an explication introduction can reflect the principle of generative grammar. Now, the application. By analyzing how children interpret grasp the rules of syntax and semantics, research context and refine theory for universal grammar and the innovative languages structure proposed by generative language. This can also help you understand the sake of languages development and the cognitive processes involved.
For closing, in summary, generative linguistics provides a profound framework for understanding the complexities of language structure and use. At its core, it emphasizes the innate, universal principles that underpin linguistics competence across different languages. By focusing on the generative grammar, the set of rules and principles that predict and generate the sentence of a language, this approach highlights how seemingly diverse languages share common underlying structures. The theory emphasis on syntax and the Chomsky notion of a universal grammar underscores the cognitive foundations of language and its innate aspects. As we continue to explore and expand upon these ideas, generative linguistics offers valuable insights into the nature of human language and cognitions, reveal the intricate interplay between universal principles and linguistic diversity.
Thank you for attending.